Hello ladies and gentlemen, so I am going live. It's 2 p.m. on Tuesday the 25th, I think, of August. I'm just going to invite some people to witness this moment. I don't want to be a Billy No Mates in this momentous occasion for myself anyway. So something that's come through the post today, I'm really excited. It is my proof copy of my book, Lockdown Life. So a bit of context, longing it out, bit of context. I'm an author, book journey mentor, founder of Conscious Dreams Publishing. Over the last 4 years, I've published over 80 books behind me here on the bookshelf. These are all the other people's books that I've been publishing over the last 4 years, and this all stemmed from my own love of writing. I published my first book in 2014, Mr. Wrong. I knew nothing about publishing. I researched extensively, set up Conscious Dreams Publishing. I remember that moment when my proof came through in the same cardboard little, whatever this is, envelope. And I remember that, actually it was a box because I got a load. And I remember that feeling of absolute excitement when I opened up my package. And one thing I always say to my authors is, no matter how hard the journey, because the editing can get a bit tiresome, you know, the design aspect can sometimes take a little bit longer than expected, especially if this is your first rodeo. So I always say, whatever struggle or challenge that you're going through right now with publishing your book, hey, whatever struggle or challenge that you're going through, if you're here, say hello, because I can see people, but I can't see any comments. I don't know whether it's because you're not commenting or whether I just can't see them. So I remember, I always say to them, no matter what you're going through now, that moment when you open your package and reveal your book, everything is worth it. Now, I don't have children, but I can imagine it's the same feeling. You're carrying your baby for 9 months. When you hold your baby in your arms, that pain, that struggle, the challenges disappears because you're in love for that moment. So this is my book, Lockdown Life. Hey, Sue, thank you so much. This is my book, Lockdown Life. I started writing it at the beginning of lockdown, around the beginning of April. I thought, well, okay, I lost 2 jobs in one day. I had to solely rely on my business and navigate all the difficult aspects around the financial information that was being given out. And I really struggled in the first bit of it. And so once I managed to get my head around that, I thought, let me just focus my direction into my business, but also into my own creative, you know, love, my own creative outlet. And my love is writing. And so it was a really good time to be doing it. So I'm going to be opening it now. How exciting! Oh, it's cute. Here you go. Lockdown Life. This is my book, Lockdown Life, coming out on the 9th of September. I'm going to have a book launch, online book launch. I'm going to put all the information. It's going to be on Facebook. So 7 p.m, 9th of September. I'm going to... Oh, this little cutie. I feel like crying, actually. Just because I know how tough it was to kind of put this together, and how, hey, thanks Pete, and how everything that was kind of going through my mind at the time. So yeah, I feel a bit emotional. But I think what it's done is it's shown me what I can do in a short space of time. Because like I said, hey Juliet, like I said, you know, when lockdown happened, I'm single and by myself. You know, I wasn't in a long-term relationship, but I'm used to, you know, someone being in the house. And so, you know, having those 4 months to really reflect and go into myself, but also to, you know, spend time in nature and to just have more of a quiet life. Hey, thank you. You know, not always rushing around, going to this event, going to that event, but actually being able to focus on my creative talents. And I think when everything is taken away from you, because like I said, I lost 2 jobs in one day. They're my main sources of income. That was what covered my house, my bills, everything that enabled me to have a business. And I think there's 2 things you can do when you have absolutely nothing and you're rock bottom. Either you can go up, because well, there's only one choice. You can't go down any further. Because at that point, thank you, at that point, I just thought, well, what am I going to do? You know, and there were so many aspects of what was being given in terms of finances that didn't apply to me. I kind of fell through some of the nets, and it took until June to really get myself financially sorted. So my thing was really just focusing again on my business, focusing on my clients, focusing on how I had to change so much. I had book launches, I had events, I had the Power of Your Story coming up. It was all designed to be in-person workshops, which I had to learn to do online. I had to teach myself Zoom. So it was a lot. Danny, man, best wishes to thank you so much. So this is to me, this is more than just a book. This is a testament to show me of what I'm able to do in a short space of time under really difficult circumstances. So I want to say as well that the book is really special in the sense that I am actually going to be donating some of the proceeds to Free Your Mind, which is an amazing organisation set up by Natasha Benjamin. And it's an organisation that is very much about supporting and assisting young people who are affected by domestic violence. Up until recently, young people weren't really recognised as being victims of domestic abuse. This is something that's very close to my heart as well. And I'm sure the young people can assure you that growing up with domestic violence absolutely does affect them mentally, spiritually, in their relationships, in so many different ways. So I'm so proud of Natasha Benjamin and what she has achieved. I know that she was, the money's going to go towards more, in fact I'm going to interview her and she'll give you a bit more information, but it's going to go towards assisting these young people, more one-to-one therapy. And I'm just so proud of her, and I really feel that it's important to, I don't like saying give back, because I haven't, do you know what I mean? I don't know what I want to say, but I think it's important to be of service. That's what I want to say. It's important to be of service. Everything I do is about being of service. So it's not about making heaps and heaps of money from this. This is about, you know, showing to myself what I'm capable of. I wanted people to laugh. I wanted people to reflect on this time. I think it would be a shame for us to have gone through lockdown and to not have learned anything at all, and to not have changed in some sort of way. But also so I can, you know, really affect the lives of young people who are affected by domestic violence. That was one thing that I think really broke my heart and made me feel quite anxious, knowing that the numbers of calls were, I think, went up by 800% in I think it was Women's Refuge. Also, domestic violence went up by 20 to 30%. And yeah, it really just touched my heart to want to be able to contribute to helping that situation. So Lockdown Life, here is my cover. I thought long and hard about what to put. Toilet roll here with a little countdown, because for some reason everyone's buying toilet roll. I still to this day have no understanding of why. Subtitle: Love, Laughter and Freedom Amidst the Pandemic. So I'm going to read the back. I actually got a review from Alex Wheatle, someone that I really look up to. He is a Black British novelist, award-winning, of about 15 books. One of them is the Crompton series, which won the Guardian Children's Fiction Prize. And he also, I actually taught one of his books to my year 8s last year, and they loved it, because before that I was doing Shakespeare and they were not feeling that at all. So, I like some of Shakespeare's stuff. But this is what he's written. It's an essential guide for anyone who has survived the stress of lockdown. On point, well crafted, and oh so witty. Thank you, Alex. And Alex is somebody who, you know, has made it. He's a well-renowned British novelist, and I have nothing but salutes for him because he didn't have to do this. He offered. He really supports authors, up-and-coming authors, and independent publishing companies as well, starting from ground zero. And those people, man. All right, so the back. Lockdown Life is a humorous and reflective snapshot of the unique period called lockdown. 2020 brought us a great global event that resulted in 7 billion people on the planet being sent to the confines of their homes amidst the pandemic. So some to homes padded with toilet paper and others with cupboards full of dry pasta. Split into 3 parts, this book is designed to help you spot lockdown personalities, explore lockdown activities, and reflect on lockdown lessons. Did you know that the Lockdown Roadman's hobby of chatting up women outside Iceland was classed as essential work? Did you catch that glass of brandy your child's teacher was drinking off screen during the English lesson on Shakespeare? Lockdown made introverts, or intros, scream with joy, and extroverts, extros, quake in their boots as they were forced out of pubs and clubs. It made parents appreciate teachers and the public appreciate the NHS, and some tapped into gifts and talents they didn't even know they had. But what can we gain from this time? Can humanity learn and grow? Dive in and join us as we explore love, laughter and freedom amongst one of the most challenging times of humanity. So that is my book. You've got funny characters like Lockdown Roadman. We're looking at different activities like lockdown dating, lockdown snacking, lockdown lunches, lockdown shopping, lockdown love for some. And then you've got the lessons, you know, being of service, volunteering, what have you learned about yourself, have you done a bit of soul searching. So it's got everything in here. You've got some really cool funny illustrations. Aisha, that's you. I don't know if you can see. These are the homeschoolers. You can see on one side is one division of the ones who are doing really well and coping and love it, and the other side is just stressing out. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and thank you so much for being part of my my moment of opening my book Lockdown Life. I'm going to put a link in the comments or in the heading so you can see. It's coming out on the 9th of September. There's going to be a book launch on my Facebook page. We're going to advertise it, but please be there, tell people about it, support, buy a copy. As I said, the proceeds go to Free Your Mind, run by Natasha Benjamin, help young people affected by domestic violence. Take care. Bye-bye.